Scrapes, cuts, and bumps are commonplace in the life of every human being as you journey through childhood. They heal after a while, and some leave scars that brings memory to us later in life. This is a luxury for those who suffer the genetic condition known as hemophilia.
Hemophilia basically means, literally, if we are translating hemophilia, it means that loves to bleed. It's a bleeding disorder which results in an individual's inability to have their blood clot properly. That's basically what it means. When it comes to people with hemophilia, basically what happens is that they are deficient or they have absent plasma proteins that helps the blood to clot. And for hemophilia, we basically have two main types, depending on the blood plasma protein that one is deficient in. If one is deficient in factor 8, we say that the person has hemophilia A. And if one is deficient in factor B, we say that the person has, in factor 9, we say that the person has hemophilia type B. Actually, hemophilia type A is the commonest. About 80% of patients with hemophilia will have hemophilia type A. It's a disease that is mostly inherited. So it basically means that if you have it as a parent, you have the tendency to pass it on to your offspring or your children by virtue of a gene, which is the basic unit of heredity.
What are the numbers in terms of its prevalence in Ghana?
So worldwide, we say that the frequency of hemophilia is about 1 in 10,000. So if we extrapolate, it basically means that Ghana, which has a population about 29 million, would have about 2,900 patients living with hemophilia. However, currently in our registry, both Konfanochi and Kwalebu combined, we have about 350 patients. It means that we have a lot of work to do. That's how come today we are actually trying to make the public aware that there's a bleeding disorder called hemophilia that we are all supposed to get involved in, so that we be able to get the numbers we need, and when the numbers come, be able to offer them adequate treatment. One of the commonest presentations they could come with is that they bleed in their muscles and their joints as well as their soft tissues. So they could have knee swelling, they could have their elbow being swelled up, and they could have pain. Actually, they could have it before you even have the swelling. You would have intense pain because it's a restricted cavity and you are bleeding into it.
Mr. Martin Boache, you are the founder and president of the Ghana Hemophilia Society. Now, you had an experience with hemophilia yourself. Can you share quickly with me what led to the foundation of the Ghana Hemophilia Society?
I had my experience about 16 years ago when I lost my first son due to hemophilia. In fact, that time there was no knowledge about hemophilia in the system. And when he attained the age of 4, he passed. Before he attained the age of 4, he had had so many challenges with health in terms of bleeding and swellings and all that before he passed at 10. And the doctor said that that was due to intracranial bleeding. That means he bled into the head. Following that, I decided to do something about it. So when I had my second son, I decided to take him abroad for investigation as to why it's happening to my boys. It was there in the US that I was told that my son was suffering from a disease called hemophilia. I had no idea. And before we went to, I must say that the frequent visits to the hospitals proved futile because even the doctors then didn't know what to do. They just mentioned that we suspect this disease is hemophilia. They had no idea as to how to treat it. The vision was to bring care and treatment to all hemophilic patients in Ghana. Treating hemophilia patients needs a comprehensive approach. We on the society, it's our duty to sensitize the general public, to support the hemophilia cause, to sensitize the authorities about the need for them to get hemophilia, especially on the national insurance scheme, for the need to be able to train more medical people, and the need for the government to prepare at this stage of our journey to procure some vital drugs called factor concentrates for hemophilic patients. In fact, one injection for hemophilic patients, if I may say, costs an average of about $1,000 per one simple injection. And every hemophilic patient need about 2 or 3 injections per week. And we're talking about one injection costing $1,000 minimum.
As we commemorate World Hemophilia Day today, the call is for you and I and everyone else to get involved. For Joy News, this is Inshira Adu.